What is that? 16
Welcome to the Zack Owen Show. I am not Zack, and I am not Kevin either.
No.
My dad, Kevin, is over there. We have Jessica here. We have
Hello.
a special guest. I am hosting today.
Yes.
Giving my dad a little bit of break so that he can produce the show properly.
So here's the thing. Before Zach left, he said that he was going to leave his shoes right there, and whoever wanted to fill them could fill them. So,
wonderful.
Because I did say, hey, you might
feet in his shoes. No.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I don't see any shoes around here.
Well, he might have probably taken them with him, although knowing Zach, he's probably not in shoes right now at all.
I thought you weren't thinking about that. This whole week you've been talking about not thinking about it. He's still on the plane, I thought.
He's still in, he has all kinds of transportation errors right now. He's not on a beach. I have not heard from him at all.
He is on a beach.
Oh.
He's been posting to social media. He's on the beach.
There is news. There's news.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to bust your dreams of gloom and doom since Zach's not here, but yeah, he's on a beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Living it up.
Well, that's great. So he isn't wearing shoes at all.
No, he's not wearing shoes, and he might be, second day, might be on his second bottle of rum by now.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. Oh, goodness.
That's going to be rough on the liver.
Yes. Well, as always, we will start off the morning with the anthem.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back to the Zack Owen Show at the Backyard Bar and Stage Grill. We have a special guest here, Miss Elizabeth Meigs, is it?
Yes.
All right, cool. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am a trauma-informed practitioner, speaker, coach that loves to be able to help those, specifically those that are battling post-traumatic stress, whether they're veterans or trauma survivors, first responders that are facing burnout from everything that they've seen, everything that they've endured. I love being able to help them to rediscover themselves, step back into their identity, restore their identity so that they can find a new lease on life and step into who they were created to be and no longer be held back by everything going on in the world today.
Yeah, that's great. What's maybe some of the things that inspired you to do this?
Well, it started 26 years ago when I was severely injured in a car accident, suffering a traumatic brain injury at the age of 14. I lost everything. The life I knew, the dreams I had been chasing since the age of 7, everything was over. I thought many times over the 4 to 6 years following that injury that everything would be better if I hadn't survived. And that was a very dark place. But one afternoon I needed answers, so the only one that could give me answers was God. I found myself on my knees crying out to him, screaming, asking him why he did this to me. In that moment, he overwhelmed me with everything that I needed, comfort, love, and peace, and his voice on my heart said, I have a plan for you, you can't stop, you have to keep going. In that moment, everything shifted. It was no longer about me and what I was suffering through, it was about who he was calling me to help. I had a very blurry vision in that moment. I didn't know how and I didn't know when, but I knew I had to keep going because one day I was going to need to be exactly what I needed in that moment for someone else.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. I'm sure all of us have been through very, very similar, not similar, but have our own troubles and stuff like that. So you said you work with vets, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other type of groups that you work with, or is that the main
So for the last 14 years, with my degree in occupational therapy, I have been working with patients. I had no idea that 12 years after the accident, I was going to become the voice of hope that I had been praying God to be for others all throughout high school after my recovery. But I've been helping my patients after trauma, a severe diagnosis that they weren't expecting, all of that, to be able to find hope and a way forward. The last year, since stepping into speaking at veterans retreats and helping veterans, God confirmed by telling me that He's called me to serve veterans. Veterans, I know I've spoken to some vets who were also first responders who said they still deal with post-traumatic stress from both being a veteran as well as a first responder. So I just seeing that trauma and not understanding, living in uncertainty, that really holds people back. So if I can help them to be able to shift through truth, through honesty, through dealing with it and let go of it, that's how they're going to be able to move forward and live the life that they deserve to live.
Yeah, for sure. You keep talking about your faith and God and stuff like that. What type of role does that kind of play in your life?
It's everything. When I was going through my recovery, every time I felt broken, every time I was down, every time that I thought everything would be better if I was no longer here, God would reinforce His truth on my heart and remind me of His promise. That's what it takes. We have to have truth reinforced on a daily, weekly basis in order for us to be able to shift that perspective and live in truth, because this world is full of lies.
Yeah.
People that we work with, people in our family, they don't know what's inside of us. They don't know our hearts. They don't know what we're capable of. And so many times, judgment and rejection leaves people feeling stuck because they're looking for to the world for answers, when God has all of the answers, and it's learning to trust Him, to being honest with yourself, and stepping into truth. That's how you find true answers and true freedom.
Yeah, for sure. So, once again, on the topic of faith, do you, whenever you talk to these vets about maybe their past experiences or something like that, do you use faith as a stepping stone in that?
All of the principles and everything that I teach are based on biblical truth. My Pathway to Peace method, my Roadmap to Resilience framework, and my Miracle Power Activation framework. These are structured frameworks that are based on principles from the Bible that I'm living proof of, because I developed them when God brought me clarity on every strategy, every skill that I developed to be able to heal, keep moving, and step into who He created me to be so I could fulfill His purpose.
Yeah. You mentioned frameworks. Kind of describe to us what some of these different frameworks are that you could use depending on certain scenarios, that, because I know every vet's experience with PTSD is a little different than others. So kind of explain how you may go about that type of thing using frameworks.
So the Pathway to Peace method is the foundational framework, and veterans and myself, with my recovery, I was reliving it. I was focused on everything I lost. I was focused on the trauma. I was focused on my injury. We have to shift our focus. Get honest with what we felt in the moment. Honesty to ourselves. That's how we can learn to trust God. And it's through the Pathway to Peace method, when we build that foundation, perspective, our perspective can begin to shift. Then we stop focusing on what we've lost, the trauma, and we begin to shift it and focus on what we can do with it, what purpose our pain has. When you do that, that allows us to be able to start moving forward. That's when the roadmap to resilience comes in, and that is identity restoration.
Yeah.
And then the miracle power activation framework are the daily rhythms and tools and strategies, skills that you can use to be able to keep moving. All three of these frameworks are a part of the miracle power activation system. I named it the Miracle Power Activation System because God spoke to me in 2024 and he said, you're supposed to be speaking to my miracle power. Everything clicked because he'd been preparing me for this role since conception.
Yeah.
I was known as a miracle my entire life. I never felt like a miracle. The small town where I grew up, I was known as the miracle baby because my parents couldn't have children. I hated it. I would just smile politely and turn around and walk off.
Yeah.
After the accident, I was known as a miracle twice. After the accident, I really didn't feel like a miracle at all. I hated it. Again, I would smile politely and turn around and walk off. But when he told me that, it clicked. That's what you've been preparing me for. That's why I had those pieces so that when you called me to speak to that, I could obediently step into that and be able to fulfill that promise.
Yeah. Yeah. These frameworks, do they come in like a specific order per se? Like, do they come with this framework, then this, then this?
Well, we start by building the foundational framework, Pathway to Peace. Now, everyone that I work with is going to require a little bit different. They may not need as much of the foundational framework. They may be further along. Not everybody is at the same place.
Right.
So I meet my clients where they're at, and we focus on what they need in that moment. But yes, the pathway, they all three work together, but it's through building the foundational Pathway to Peace method first that you can begin getting up every day with more purpose, focusing on the positive, to be able to continue to rise into the roadmap to resilience framework, to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep moving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. So, once again, in vets, how many, I guess, different, not any specifics on anything, because I know some of that stuff could be really traumatic, but maybe stuff like how many different types of experiences have you been with, like through, whether it be, someone's really far along and they're just coming for a little bit of help compared to they're completely lost and they need a lot of help?
So some of my veterans, we have to work with that belief system. It all starts with the belief. They have to believe that something better is possible, and then after they believe it, they have to be willing to do it. Some of my veterans said, I've been this way for 30 years, this is just going to be the way it is. And so they avoid the trauma and the stuff that's been holding, not allowing them to step fully into peace, freedom, and purpose.
Yeah.
So I kind of shift that narrative, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can do this. You can, but you have to be willing to take the right steps. Many of them say, I don't know how. That's been the biggest thing the last 14 years of my life, is I've had my patients, I've had people that have experienced trauma. How did you do it? My answer was God.
Yeah.
I didn't have clarity on every skill, every strategy, the whole process in which that I walked for healing until God freed me from an abusive marriage over 2 decades after my car accident. And he spoke to me, bringing me clarity on every strategy, and he said, had you not developed the skills and the strategies recovering from your brain injury, you wouldn't have survived that marriage. You're supposed to teach these. That's when I wrote down my Pathway to Peace method. As I continued speaking to that and sharing that, gained clarity on the roadmap to resilience.
Yeah. These frameworks and your whole outlook on, PTSD is maybe a little bit different than other, I guess you could call them therapists or life coaches or something like that. It may be a little different. How do you go about, I guess, maybe marketing the difference? Because in like today's world, it's all about uniqueness. What type of uniqueness do you bring compared to everyone else? So,
well, with my occupational therapy background, as well as all of the skills and strategies, I take the holistic approach. I don't do medications that are just a Band-Aid on the symptoms. I've seen talk therapy, sure, that helps people for a while, but unless they're continually doing the talk therapies, a lot of times when they step away and they stop seeing a therapist talking, they go back downhill because they aren't developing the skills and the strategies to keep moving forward. So it's a holistic approach, mind, body, and spirit, all of it together. And I teach the skills and the strategies, again, that I'm living proof of, so that they can be empowered and begin to become aware, to be able to see what the world around them, how that is affecting them, so that they can place those boundaries, so that they can learn to protect themselves, keep themselves in a safe environment, so that they can find healing and truth and gain power from that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you talking. This is Elizabeth here. We have Jessica talking about country music news here soon, but first we're going to go to commercial break.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to Waco Home Parade.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
It is the Zack Owen Show. Universal Windows here. They got windows, doors, and siding. Call John Searles.
Yep.
For a free consultation at 254-944-3503. Once again, that's 254-944-3503. If you don't want to call, you want to go in person, they're located in Woodway off of Woodway Drive. And then they also have a website. Check them out at universalwindowscentraltexas.com. Tease country music news. Jessica, What's happening in country music?
Well, just to follow up on yesterday when we talked about Carrie Underwood and her performance on American Idol with Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I went in and watched it last night. It was pretty damn cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'll give her credit. She can rock.
Yeah. Oh.
So.
Well, I don't have a doubt that she could rock. I just didn't know how the blend would be. But then again, she does have this super powerful voice. So
oh yeah, she's
it
got a
makes
set of
sense.
lungs that yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I've seen her do Aerosmith and some other things that she
Yeah.
rocked, but this was really cool. So,
Did she take a Louisville Slugger out there?
she did not.
Oh,
Both headlights?
both headlights.
Yeah, but so what can I say? Kevin, you'll like this one.
Okay.
So the next time you're in Indianapolis
Hey.
after 2027,
Okay.
so not this year, you have to
Right.
go next year.
Okay.
Blake Shelton will have his 7th Old Red location.
Yes.
So live music venue, bar and grill. I think there's one in Vegas. There's one in Nashville.
I actually talked about this whenever you were, and it's fine, but I talked about it when you were gone that one week
Yeah.
because in like starting this, he visited the Indiana Fever practice and surprised them. Got an Indiana Fever jersey and stuff like that. So
See, I kind of knew it was a little bit late snooze, but country
Hey,
music was kind of
right.
slow yesterday.
Yeah.
It was. I was on the struggle bus finding.
but
finding
this
stuff.
is the 7th location.
Yes.
Yeah.
7th.
Which
So-
there's one in Oklahoma where he's from.
There's one in Vegas.
There's
one in
Vegas,
Nashville.
That makes sense. Nashville, there's 2, I think, because I think there's one in the airport.
Yeah.
And then there Orlando.
Yeah.
But the Indianapolis one is it's strange because it doesn't seem like it fits. And shouldn't it have been in Texas?
Probably, but
I don't know. Is Indianapolis becoming a destination?
Yeah, I feel like it should have been already.
Yeah, let's be honest. It should.
you may find one pretty quick in like San Antonio because I mean on the Riverwalk that's
Right.
kind of the place
That
to put
does
it,
seem like
Texas.
it.
Yeah,
So
that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Cody Johnson is up for several ACM awards this weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
Including Entertainer of the Year. So like the big one.
Yeah.
But his conversation lately on an on-air interview was giving a rare update on his family and his new son, JC. So at 6 months old, he says JC is fat and happy as any baby should be. But the biggest difference with his 6-month-old son and his 2 little girls is that his little girls were daddy's girls.
Oh.
So they always wanted to be held by daddy, snuggled by daddy, go do everything with daddy. But with JC, anytime Cody's wife walks in the room, it's immediately mama, 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 and Cody becomes chopped liver. So, nothing like an infant to give you perspective on where you stand in life.
It's funny because it reminds me of what I saw yesterday. A comedian do this bit about why do people say you slept like a baby?
Babies don't sleep.
Baby cries and wets himself.
Yeah.
You nasty.
And they don't sleep.
Yeah, you slept like a baby. You didn't sleep well. You kept everybody annoyed, and you got to have your diaper changed in the morning.
I
good.
kind of feel like the phrase should be slept like a teenager.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
Oh,
honestly.
Yeah.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
But yeah, so nothing like being on top of the world for the biggest honors in country music and going home and having your brand new son go, mama, mama,
Yep.
mama.
Yep. Well, that's how it works. You can't be the star
It's
all.
perspective. It's perspective. It gives you perspective.
That's
Nothing
right.
like a baby to do that for you. So that's what's going on in country music news, brought to you by Stroud Security.
There you go.
Thank you, Jessica. We are back with Elizabeth Meigs. So we kind of talked about what you did, maybe some things that go into that. Let's talk about your background. Where'd you grow up? That type of stuff.
Small town in southeast Kansas called Altoona. We had a bar, a gas station, and a post office, and one 4-way stop. 250, when I was a child, 300, 350. Now the population is less, about 250. We didn't have a whole lot. 10 minutes to the nearest grocery store, 30 minutes to the nearest Walmart, and an hour to the nearest shopping mall.
Yeah.
Growing up, singing was my passion. I was known for my voice and singing on stages, singing in weddings, and performing was my life.
Yeah. So being in a small town, because I haven't lived in a small town necessarily, but I've lived in the country, so I've been far away from stuff, so I understand that. Kind of taking it back to your faith, was there a church in town, or did you have to go like 15, 30 minutes for a church?
No, I grew up in the Methodist church in my hometown. had done confirmation in the spring of my 8th grade year.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I grew up in a church. Our church started at 8:30 in the morning though, so there were some Sundays that I didn't want to get out of bed and sorry mom, but
slept like a teenager.
You were sleeping
Yeah.
like a teenager.
Yep.
I would be like, sorry mom, I'm not feeling well just because I needed sleep.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely get that. There are some early morning services that I've been like, okay, I need to go. It's good for me, but I don't necessarily want to. I want the extra sleep, which is why Harris Creek has a 4 p.m. service. Very, very nice. Sadly, that's ending soon, though.
You'd rather do the bedside Baptist thing.
Yes. Yes, 100%. At school, there are some times where I will choose not to go to church, but I will watch TPCA, their past week, their recording from that. It's a very, because I like TPCA and stuff like that. So, for those who didn't know, old church that we went to in Indiana, we are here with Elizabeth Meigs. We have a commercial break coming up, but whenever we come back from that, we're going to talk about the things that we celebrate, the national days. They keep changing every day.
I know.
They feel made up, but once again, what isn't made up in this world? But we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Great products start with quality materials and trusted service. And no one's more committed than Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas. With windows built to last, backed by the best lifetime warranty. 0% financing is available with your good credit. Call Universal Windows Direct of Central Texas today for the last windows you'll ever need.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
We are back at the Backyard Bar and Stage Grill. We have the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes coming up, as we talked about yesterday. This is not a parade where you just get to walk into anyone's house and say, oh, this is a parade. No. Very specific. It's here.
I think these homes, I don't think anybody's actually living in.
Yeah.
Like what we were worried about is the historic home tour where Zach was just going to walk in and start opening people's drawers.
Right. Well,
but nobody's living in these homes.
Right. We wanted to make sure that people knew it wasn't just a home parade. We usually got to parade through anyone's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. It's brought to you by First National Bank of Central Texas. Couple dates here that it's on June 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then it's also on the 13th and 14th, so I'd imagine that it's the weekends.
Yep.
And there's a bit of a break for the week.
Yep.
Makes sense there. There's a variety of homes, tours through them. Once again, not every single house, specific houses marked off. You can see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. Meet the builders and get inspiration, maybe for your own projects if you wanted to do that. If you are a handy person yourself, I personally am not, but one can learn. Get your tickets online at wacohomeparade.com or at any parade of home the day of as well. So, teased to you the national days. Let's go over them right here.
All right.
First one is National Apple Pie Day.
Okay, so that's a pretty good one.
Yes, I feel like yesterday was the national days were kind of like.
Pie? Here's the debate: is it the lattice pie or is it like the crumble pie top? Like, what's your favorite?
Well, see, when it comes to be holiday time, I make a very killer apple crisp.
Yes.
Which is not a pie at all.
No.
It's simply, it's
But if
apples.
you put a crust on the bottom and put it in a pie plate,
I know,
it becomes a
right?
pie.
It becomes a pie. So I typically would go with the crumble crust because that reminds me of that kind of thing. And not to mention the whole like laying out the. That's just.
I don't care for apple
Mine are
pie.
always a hot mess. When you talk about lattice, it's all crooked and whatever,
Yeah.
but it tastes the bomb, so who cares?
I'm not a huge fan of apple pie or any type of pie. The only pie that I like is pizza pie.
What is wrong with your child? Kevin, what is wrong with your child?
I'm a picky eater. I'm a
Yeah.
picky eater.
Yeah.
I've learned to live with it. Next up, though, is National Frog Jumping Day. Are we talking about like the game Leapfrog, or
I
just
don't know.
jumping frogs?
I think this is just jumping frogs.
Okay.
Oh, why is this a national day that we're celebrating?
I don't know. Because I believe that if it was National Playing Leapfrog Day, it would be called Leapfrog. Unless, do people call that game also frog jumping?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the brand Leapfrog.
Okay, here we
Right.
go.
Okay.
We Googled it.
All right.
National Frog Jumping Day is observed annually on May 13th, falling on a Wednesday in 2026, which we know.
Yep.
It celebrates Mark Twain's 1865 story,
Right.
The Celebrated Jumping Frog
Okay,
of Calaveras County, and encourages fun, community, or backyard frog jumping competitions, and often honoring the record-setting jump of 21 feet 5 3/4 inches set in 1986
By a human or a frog?
by a human.
Wait,
That makes much
is that an
more
Olympic
sense.
record thing, or
It
did somebody
just
do that
says
from a frog
the ha-
position?
I mean, frog jumping competitions.
From a frog position's crazy.
So it's
Yeah.
got to be from a frog position.
That
That's
That's
got to be
wicked.
made up.
yeah, it's got to be a different.
21 feet.
I mean, I just read what the Google says.
Wow.
So
we're gonna have
there
to,
you go.
We're gonna
You
have to
learn
do-
something
but
new
it's
every
from
day.
Mark Twain. That's kind of cool. I appreciate.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he
Yeah.
put like springs and rockets under his feet.
Maybe I have an idea to keep your brothers busy this afternoon.
There you go.
We're gonna try
Well,
to
See if
but
you can
it
get
was
21
it was
feet.
set in '86. I mean, there was cameras, there was video, there was different stuff like that. So,
Yeah, that doesn't always,
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's not like actual froggies, ribbit. It's like people frog jumping, but it's still funny.
All right. There you go.
Next one is National Crouton Day.
Oh, we love us some croutons.
I,
Ooh, saltgrass. The bomb. The bomb croutons.
I think I like croutons, but
You think?
I don't.
Why?
I have the thought process that that looks good. I want to try that, and then I bite into it and I realize it's stale bread.
Yeah, I did that one time in college. I got croutons. I was like, nah, this is a good idea. I'll just snack on them every now. Did not touch them.
No.
I kept either forgetting that they were there, or I looked at it. I'm like, nah, I don't want that.
Like
why
the
why
ones
did I
that you
get
buy
that?
in the store in the baggies, terrible. Don't do it. Bad. But if you go somewhere that actually like makes their own homemade bread
Yeah.
and then dries their own croutons, holy moly, they're good.
Once again, it's just stale bread. If I wanted stale bread, I'd just put bread
I don't
out
know
and
that it's stale. It's dry. Like most people put them in a
there is a
dehydrator.
process. I think it's like toasted,
Yeah.
but once again, if I want toast, I'm gonna have toast. If I,
I
want
feel like-
bread, bread. But
Maybe
Oh my
just
gosh!
take breadsticks and put it in.
yeah, okay.
I mean,
I don't know.
that's the great debate of the day.
Yeah. Next up is National Receptionists Day.
Can you even call them that anymore? In
Well, you can't
2026?
call them secretaries or administrative assistants.
Right.
right.
But I think that receptionists are still just receptionists because they're really not.
Right.
They're not. They just answer the phone and say hi.
Right.
So they're still receptionists.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
what do you
but
call them?
a welcoming. I don't like the welcome. I don't know.
You call them going extinct because AI is taking over their
Yeah,
jobs.
Oh man, that is unfortunate.
And I have friends who are making basically AI receptionists, and they're doing a great job at
Wow.
it. So I'm proud of them for that. I know you have different takes on AI than I do. though.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you call them? Like National Phone Answerer Day?
I guess so.
So, I
I
mean,
did.
you know.
I did include in the picture for today the lady from the Office Space
Yeah,
movie.
she looks like she looks a little stressed in that
The,
picture.
if you've ever seen the movie Office It's the lady that's at the front. She, hello, thank you for calling. just a moment, and like it's the same thing over and over
And over
again.
and over and over and over.
Because she could be replaced.
Isn't that what Pam does in the office? Isn't she
Right.
technically the
Yeah,
receptionist?
you would think. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, maybe receptionists
so it-
do more than just, they hang out too.
Right. So if in 2026 there could be no Pam and Jim.
Oh.
We would lose it.
That would be sad.
Right.
The one of the greatest love stories.
There you go.
Next up, National Fruit Cocktail Day.
Yes.
Oh.
This is not a cocktail. This is a fruit cocktail. So
Yes.
it's not a cocktail.
Well, but
that
if
you
it's
could
made
get.
with fruit juice, it's still a
You
fruit
could.
cocktail.
That would be a sangria, I believe.
No, that's wine. You have to have wine in it. A fruit cocktail
But
would
if
be
you-
like
if you
rum
have fruit in it,
or
it-
vodka.
If you have fruit in it, it immediately becomes a sangria.
No, it doesn't.
But this is
Sangria
a-
has wine in it. It has to have wine.
But this is referring to the separation of a cocktail and fruit. It is a fruit cocktail. So the putting together of fruit.
Man, you just
So-
take all the
so-
fun out of
So
it.
it's basically alcoholic fruit
No,
juice
no.
with fruit
No.
bites in it.
This is separate from an alcoholic cocktail.
This is not alcoholic. This
So
is
it's basically kind
so
of
it's
like
a mocktail.
a fruit
just a
salad kind of
Daggum
thing.
fruit bowl then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. It's a fruit salad, but fruit salad is typically put
So
together.
there's no drink in it.
No.
So why is it a cocktail?
It's what it's called. A cocktail is not a drink. It's just anything you mix together. So it is a collection of multiple different fruits together.
Oh, okay. Next up is National Third Shift Workers Day. This is a celebration of the overnight shifts, the people who work the overnight, because there's the morning shift, there's the evening/afternoon shift.
Right.
And then there's the overnight shift. Everybody dreads the overnight shift.
Right.
Some people love it. Some people love getting no sleep at all.
Yeah.
Personally, as a college student, sometimes that's the case. You gotta get 2 hours of sleep because you gotta study for finals, and then you gotta survive off of some caffeine. I get it. Some people do this just cause though.
Right. Well,
that doesn't make sense.
In reference to yesterday's Nurses Day, there are nurses that they work that third shift. We actually live across the street from one of those. Angel's girlfriend is Ellen is a third shift. She works the third shift at Hillcrest. Here in
My friend works at Hillcrest as a third shift too. She loves it
Yeah.
because she says sometimes there's some things going on early evening, but then they go to sleep. I can get my notes done most of the time. So yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense how some. I mean, you have to have the overnight people to do that job because stuff has to go around in the world.
Yep.
But that is today's National Day. So that's what
Yeah.
we're celebrating on this day. We're here with Elizabeth. We kind of talked a little bit already about kind of what you do on like the basics level and stuff like that. Is there a website or Facebook, Instagram, something like that? How do people get in touch with you to use your services?
ElizabethInspires.com, and from there you have access to all of my social media platforms. You can book a call if you are looking for someone to speak at your event. I cover burnout, I cover resilience strategies, all of that. Teach my frameworks when I speak. And then you can also book a discovery call if you are interested in my coaching services. I am preparing to launch a Miracle Power Activation Cohort, which is a 12-week program. I'm developing an app to be able to deliver everything the Holy Spirit delivered to me through my healing, to be able to help people overcome that burnout, to learn truth, get away from the lies, build awareness so that they can become who they were created to be.
Yeah, that's great. And do you work through all this stuff by yourself? Do you have a team that helps you out? Like, what's the landscape of that?
So right now, I'm pretty much by myself. I do hire contractors and have different people, like my website designer and different stuff like that, who works with me. But I have systems set up in place that helps me to automate a lot of the back end stuff so that I can focus on being present with my clients for the group coaching, for the one-to-ones, and all of that. I am also getting ready to launch a local to Waco Pathway to Peace recovery group.
Okay.
That will be twice a month. I know that there's a lot of veterans, a lot of men and women who are dealing with post-traumatic stress, either from being caregivers to veterans or just dealing with burnout and trauma from work, from different environments that they experience.
Yeah. You said you are hiring contractors. Are you looking to hire maybe other therapists to help you out? Or
No, not right now. Since I am just launching the 12-week cohort, I need a group of 12 people to go through that with me, kind of do a beta founding member to make sure that everything's set up. I'll do a couple rounds like that. Right now, I'm not looking to hire anyone else to coach. I just get help with marketing and different stuff like that on a as needed basis.
Yeah, I got you. That makes complete sense. Kind of want to make sure you have the foundation set before anything else. Thank you for talking and telling us all this stuff. We have a commercial, but after the commercial, we have the Zactoid. Today is not the Zactoid, it is the Liamtoid, because I have the fun fact. We'll catch you after this commercial break.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to Central Texas Cattle Barons.
Welcome back to the Zack Owen Show here at the Backyard Bar and Stage Grill. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple. Wide range of window treatment can transform any space. Once again, another window thing. They offer free consultations, just like the other place. They will work with you to bring your vision to life. Call now and receive 30% off. That's a lot of percent.
Yeah.
Call Kayla at 254-844-7939. That's, once again, 254-844-7939. Bumblebee, Blinds of Waco and Temple.
Bzz.
Okay.
That was not a phone buzzing. That was
no.
Yeah.
That I assume that was a bee.
Right. Well, it was the.
It was the B version of us.
Yeah. It was the sun or anything you want to get blinded out. Is buzz off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We're back with the Zactoid.
Okay.
Liamtoid today.
Liamtoid.
I'm gonna take it a little different than Zach normally does it. I'm not gonna give you the history on it. I'm going to tell you a frame of what it is, and I want you kind of guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you guess the place I'm talking about.
So why is he doing this Stump the Chumps on Wednesday?
Well,
we're just gonna do it twice this week. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
So, what we have, there's a certain food place.
Okay.
Where you can leave. Sorry for those of you who have a weak stomach. It's kind of disgusting. You can leave their burger out for 3 months. Just out on a countertop for 3 months. It won't look the same, but it will have the same effect to your body. You can leave the fries out for a full year. They won't look the same, but they will have the same effect on your body. This place used
It's freaking McDonald's.
This place used to be really, really good, and they freshly cooked everything and stuff like that. It's not that way anymore.
So we have one guess.
We have McDonald's as a guest.
Yes.
You have a
Elizabeth?
guess?
I have no idea.
No clue. Okay.
I once again, I have the advantage of family, so I know this one already. So I will abstain from guessing.
It is McDonald's.
It is absolutely McDonald's.
And if you haven't watched the documentary on McDonald's, go watch it. I haven't watched it, but I need to watch it.
Right.
I've been in the process of watching not older movies, but movies from like 2010 to like 2020.
Yeah.
That I haven't watched before.
I can't with him. He's not welcome back. He just made us old. You need to leave.
Age is
You
just a
need to
number.
leave.
Age is just a number. I like that. That is your
20.
There's also the fascinating movie about McDonald's and the founder and Ray Kroc. That was
I have to know,
starring-
have you ever watched Pete's Dragon?
Pete's, like.
What is wrong with your child?
Hold on. Pete's
Hold
dragon,
on.
like the green dragon, like that, like is in the forest, and they have to like hide it and stuff like that.
No.
Did it come out recently?
No.
I feel like there's a Pete's Dragon live action. Like there's
There
a
is.
live action that
Like,
came
There
out
was a
recently.
Pete's Dragon that
Like,
came out
I need
like
your
10 years
child to
ago.
go away
Why?
because he's making me feel old, and this is unacceptable.
Later, I'm sure we're going to get to the question of who's the best Batman. But
Okay,
you know,
well,
Christian
that's
Bale.
Christian Bale. So anyway,
see, you're
Christian
great.
Bale.
We're back. We're back.
Everything from the Dark Knight, best.
that's
see,
Christian. Like, I mean, I love Batman.
I pulled you
but
back.
there is no better than Christian Bale.
Robert Pattinson's second best. Anyways,
Oh,
so we're here with Elizabeth. Kind of recap everything you kind of told us, like where to contact you, what you do, what services you provide, and how you help them.
So, ElizabethInspires.com. You can find all of my social media and how to get in touch with me on my website. I am launching an app with a 12-week cohort, 12 spots available only, set to start June 1st or as soon as the 12 spots get filled after June 1st. The 12-week program is basically going to be me reinforcing everything just as the Holy Spirit reinforced truth and purpose on my heart that led to my healing. Be able to provide hope, help people to gain perspective so that they can continue moving to restore their identity and find and build the life of peace and freedom that they deserve to live in the world today. I am also a speaker. I've spoke at women's conferences. I've spoke at church community groups with different organizations, and I teach my frameworks from a stage, not only offering hope, but giving proven steps, teaching the skills so that they can leave there with knowledge and power and be able to start stepping into purpose and building those skills to find freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank
okay,
you.
so I have to interject. Okay, because Liam is here, there's a lot of talk with vets and PTSD, but Liam had an ACL injury, and so do you work with? Because there's the physical therapy, but then there's also the mental strain that it takes. Well, I have to maybe go back out there on the athletic field, and my first cut again is going to happen.
Yeah. Honestly,
How would you coach through that?
Yeah, help them to be able to shift that perspective and be able to change that belief pattern so that they believe in themselves, to be able to continue putting one foot in front of the other to build what they need to build to get back to doing what's on their hearts. In the world today, we are told that the stuff on our hearts doesn't matter. We're pressured to do this, that, and everything, and we're supposed to take demands from the world. I have been in environments where I've been constantly told that my dreams wouldn't come true. Guess what? I've said, watch me, and I made them happen. So that is what I am here to be able to help others to do. I've spoken at colleges and had students come up to my table after I've spoken, done a 45-minute workshop, and they said, we need your message at our campus.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
great. Yeah. Well, thank you for everything that you do for the vet community and everything like that's very much needed. And having that faith background definitely helps. I completely agree with that. Jessica, what is happening around Waco today?
Well,
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I mean, it's
So
hump day. Go
yeah.
find you something to do,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So happy hour at AC Lounge. Women's Wednesday at the Wheel. No, Kevin, you still can't go.
I only if I walk backwards the entire time.
Only if you walk backwards the entire time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can shave.
Wednesday night farmers market at the Bridge Street Plaza. Wine tasting Wednesday at Marie's Wine Bar. Smarty Pants trivia at Southern Roots Brewing. Music bingo at Brotherwell Brewing.
Okay.
So, and then this weekend is Baylor graduation. There's a couple of, I think the Red Knot chili peppers are
Yes.
here at the backyard this
That's
weekend.
correct.
Not
I
the
was
Red
just-
Hot.
I was just
the
looking at that. Red Knot. Right.
David Adam Brines is here. I believe that is Saturday night. So there's going to be some things going on in town. Lots of Baylor graduation events. Not
Yeah.
all of us Wacoans are all into that, but
Right.
it'll be a pretty weekend.
So what
to go
you're
to the
saying
zoo.
is stay away from campus,
Stay away from campus, yes. I would not go anywhere near.
but also stay off 35 as always. So where?
Well, I mean, you could come down Waco Drive and you could go to the zoo.
Yeah.
And you could go to Cameron Park because it's going to
Yes.
be a beautiful weekend. Let's see. You can come downtown and go to the Dr. Pepper Museum.
Oh yeah, the weekend they have their paranormal thing.
Yes, on Friday night they'll have their paranormal
Friday and
experience.
Saturday night, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's lots to do. I would say you could go to Magnolia, but I don't know if that's really a Wacoan thing or if that's like
for everyone else who comes to Waco.
Yeah, it's kind of for everyone else that comes to Waco.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Indian Springs Park, get out and do something with your family. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Maybe stay away from Magnolia considering graduation is happening.
Yeah.
So that's
All those-
a lot of people from out of town are going to
gonna be a
come in and want to go to
destination, yeah.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Stay away from Magnolia.
It's definitely, like yesterday turned out to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Today's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful through, I think, midweek next week. So
Yeah, it's like perfect weather.
Right, and it may be one of the last perfect times that we have before
get
it
out,
gets
ride a
real hot.
bike,
But it
do
is
something fun.
Texas, so
Yeah.
that beautifulness could
Yes.
change in the blink of an eye.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
very, very true. But before you go, Elizabeth, we need the bag joke of the day.
Okay.
And
so
it's bad.
I've
They don't
looked-
get any better.
No.
So
I've
if you know
looked-
your own,
Yeah.
And they're all race car themed, right?
Yes, for the month of May. from
Indy
our-
500, yep.
Okay. Why did the engine break up with the driver?
Why?
Too many exhausting arguments.
Ooh, that was bad.
there you go. Too much exhaust.
Pretty bad.
That's funny.
Man, who comes up with these jokes?
Not me.
Sure. Well, thank you for coming on the show. After the break, we have a musician coming on.
Yes, but for the first time this week, I've gotten everything to work, and we have news and weather.
Yes, we do have the news and weather instead of a commercial. Let's go to that.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. The Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill features a full restaurant and bar, a huge outdoor concert stage, a giant outdoor TV screen, fire pits, a roof deck, washer pits, cornhole pits, inside and outside seating, and much more. Located at 511 8th Street, Waco, Texas, 76706. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. The Hill County Commissioners Court voted in favor of a 1-year moratorium against data center construction in unincorporated areas. During that time, it will research the impact these facilities could have in terms of public safety and infrastructure on residents. The county can lift the pause early if it finds that the proposed projects don't negatively affect health, safety, and welfare of its citizens. As it stands, the Texas legislature does not give counties the ability to pass moratoriums on developments, so this is atypical of county government. The city of Killeen welcomed new Mayor Joseph Solomon and its new council members last night. Solomon was sworn in after defeating former Mayor Jose Segarra. The 3 at-large members that are new are also official now: former Councilwoman Melissa Brown, Beverly Williams, and former Mayor Debbie Nash King. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Happy Wednesday, Central Texas. As we get you over the hump on this hump day, our temperatures are in the low to mid 60s out the door, which is not all too different from where they have been in the last several days. But as we head into this afternoon, that's where you're going to notice some warmer temperatures. That warming trend continuing later today, with high temperatures expected to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s for most of us, with plenty of sunny skies. So a tad warmer today. That's a trend that continues over the next several days before we see the windy conditions return this weekend. From KWTX, I'm First Alert Meteorologist C.D. Finley.
We are back on the Zack Owen Show. I'm not Zack.
No.
Zack is not here.
No.
I am Liam.
Yeah.
Kevin is not here today either.
Well, I'm here.
Well, he's here,
not
just
there.
not here.
Yes.
He's over there. He's
Yes.
where I was. We flip-flopped.
Yes.
We have a musician here, Amber Westerman. Yeah?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Where are you from? How'd you get started on music?
Yeah, I'm originally from Marble Falls, Texas, almost 2 hours away from here, I think. I currently am based in Austin, and being a singer has been a dream since I was a little girl, but I got started professionally probably about 10 years ago. I found myself living out in Hawaii at the time, and the community kind of started encouraging me to get up on stage, and that was just where it all started.
Yeah, that's great. How
did you end up in Hawaii?
I've been on quite a journey. I was a health coach a while back, and then I ended up going to university to study farming after health coaching and regenerative agriculture. And whenever I was going to school there, I went to like a study abroad program with them in Hawaii, and then I dropped out of school and stayed.
It could be worse places to stay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty expensive over in Hawaii, though.
Unless you're a farmer, then it's really cheap because you just live off the farm.
Very true, very true. Because I remember a gallon of milk is like $16, something like that.
Oh, probably now. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I remember it used to be like $8, something like that, but inflation. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play a song. What are you playing for us?
Yeah, I'll play my newest release. It's called Barefoot Days. This was actually inspired from my transition from Hawaii to Nashville. I lived after Hawaii, and it was quite a culture shock moving into the city after being on an island in the middle of the ocean for a few years and just being by myself on a farm every day. So this is Barefoot Days. High heel walking in a concrete jungle, pounding that pavement just to make a dime. Ooh, 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 feeling disconnected and it ain't no wonder, 'cause I don't ever get to go and play outside, and I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need to touch grass. I want a time machine so I can take me back to barefoot days. Mama's on the front porch, supper's on the table, finding ways to stretch summertime nights while the streetlights came on. Wild and free, we'd roam like a firefly light show. I'm still chasing those barefoot days. I used to go river floating, now I'm swimming upstream. I traded 4 leaf clovers for a 401k. Ooh, 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 used to make good trouble, now I'm making ends meet. And nobody in the city even knows my name. And I'm feeling uncomfortable, going out of my mind. I'd give anything to go back in time to barefoot days. Mama's on the front porch, supper's on the table, finding ways to stretch summertime nights while the streetlights came on. Wild and free, we'd roam like a firefly light show. I'm still chasing those barefoot days. Barefoot days, not a cloud in the sky, not a care on earth, finding ways our shoes off, get our feet in the dirt. There for days. Mama's on the front porch, supper's on the table, finding ways. Stretch summertime nights while the streetlights came on. Wild and free, we'd roam like a firefly light show. I'm still chasing those barefoot days.
All right.
Well done.
Thank
well
you.
done. So, what are some of your influences, maybe in like more of a classical type of country? So, like we're talking like classic. I'm assuming you're more of a country artist.
Typically, actually, not so
Okay.
much. That's one of my more country songs. I have a
Okay.
handful of them because, I'm a Texan. It's in my blood.
Yeah.
But originally, I grew up listening to country.
Mhm.
So I feel like the country genre has shifted so much in ways that
Yeah.
I'm not really a big
For
fan
sure.
of. So I don't listen to as much anymore. But Leanne Rimes was like my original favorite singer when I was a little girl. I wanted to be just like her.
So, no country. What are maybe some genres that you listen to kind of inspire your music?
Yeah, folk, pop folk. I do listen to some country, like Casey Musgraves is one of my favorite artists. Sarah Jarosz. I like Brandi Carlile. Americana music.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Talking about older country influences, we have country music history now.
Yeah.
In 1981, Heartworn Highways, the documentary film by James Sazalski.
Okay.
I don't think I got that right
Sazalski.
at all.
Okay, sure.
But it was released. The film captured some of the founders of the outlaw country movement in Texas and Tennessee, and it features Guy Clark, Townes Van Zant.
Townes Van Zant?
I'm
Yep.
going to butcher these.
All
Steve
right.
Earle, David Allen Coe, Rodney Crowell, maybe. Crowell.
Yep.
Yeah. Gamble Rogers, Steve Young, and the Charlie Daniels Band.
Right. We just lost David Allen Coe like last week.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad. In 2006, Rascal Flatts, one of my favorite country bands, held the top position on the country charts with Me and My Gang. The album went double platinum in the first month of release and has sold almost 5 million copies in the U.S. The singles released from this album included What Hurts the Most. So not Life is a Highway.
Nope.
Not
That
the big
came-
one.
That came off the Lightning McQueen soundtrack.
Yes, Cars album. And then in 2015, Carrie Underwood received 5 nominations, making her the top finalist in the CMT Music Awards.
Oh, nice.
Talking about Carrie Underwood earlier in the show
Yeah.
and how her rock crossover Slash the guitarist
Yeah.
there as well.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So also Jessica talking about Aerosmith and stuff like that. Talking about how you mentioned the country music is changing nowadays, more maybe shifting towards pop with Beyonce joining and Post Malone joining as well. Although I have my own take on Post Malone joining. I don't mind it because he's from Texas and that type of stuff, and he's, in my opinion, he's doing it the right way with getting all the features and stuff like that from the big country artists. Obviously, everybody hates on Morgan Wallen. I love Morgan Wallen, but then again, I started listening to country music recently. We moved, I think it's been 6 years
21 we moved.
Okay, yeah. So not quite 6 years, but getting closer. We moved from Florida to Oregon, and we took a road trip and whenever we moved. And so the entire way, my dad was like, "Okay, we're gonna teach you some country." Tim McGraw is what we learned first. So I have a soft spot for Tim McGraw. But since I started listening more recently, I actually haven't minded Morgan Wallen at all. I know a lot of people disagree, but that's just my take on that type of thing. You have another song ready?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that's the beautiful thing about music. That's why there's so many genres, because we all have got our own different tastes.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So this next song, it's a little softer. This is a love song I wrote called If This Were a Dream. Stay, stay, I'm anchored down even while waves break. The world moves around us, I'm sure, but you're all that I'm seeing right now. If this were high, I wouldn't wanna come down. If this were fire, I'd pray it never burned out. If this were a dream, it'd be enough. I'd have all I need, fast asleep and in love. I'd stay under covers, I'd keep my shut. If this were a dream, I wouldn't want to wake up. I'll rewind, replay it over in my mind. When what's gold is gray, it'll still shine. Oh, like it's still mine. If this were a dream, it'd be enough. I'd have all I need, fast asleep and in love. I'd stay under covers, I'd keep my shut. If this were a dream, I wouldn't want to wake up. Don't wake me up. If this were a lie, don't you dare tell me the truth. If you weren't in my life, I'd be out there searching for you. If this were a dream, it'd be enough. I'd have all I need, fast asleep and in love. I'd stay under covers, I'd keep my shut. If this were a dream, I wouldn't want to wake up. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up. Thank you.
Beautiful. What is the story behind that song?
Yeah, so my husband inspired it. I feel like ever since I met him, life has been a dream. I actually met him in Hawaii, and he's from Austin, Texas as well. And we met when he was on vacation. He skipped his flight home and ended up staying with me. And I lent him my tent whenever he skipped his flight. And he lived in my tent for about a month on a friend's property before he moved in with me. And it's just been dream after dream, I feel like, ever since I met him. So
Yeah, that's a really, really cool experience. Thank you for sharing that song. We have birthdays coming up that we're celebrating, and then we also have sports with Cam later in the hour. But before all of that, let's take a commercial break.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to...
It is the Zack Owen Show without Zach.
Yep.
It is Liam as the host today, with Kevin actually doing his job and producing.
Well, I was doing my job before.
Well,
Just
yes, but
splitting my brain in multiple ways.
It's a lot easier, and you can run the sound today instead of me, because I feel like I did not do a good job at that. Oh, well, there you go. But we are here at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. We are here with Amber Westerman. What we talked about your influences. What are some genres or artists, songs, stuff like that you're listening to right now?
Right now, well, I mentioned Casey Musgrave. She's like one of my top favorites. Her Golden Hour album is my favorite, and Deeper Well. Let's see, who else? I mentioned Sarah Jarosz. Oh gosh, I'm like suddenly forgetting my thousands of songs in my library. Yeah.
Is there anything like different that you just go, okay, I put this on to just kind of, boom, escape? Because as you know, as a musician, sometimes you get so wrapped up into music. What do you listen to just kind of like turn it off?
Honestly, sound bowls. Like a Spotify sound bowl playlist, because I feel like sometimes songs, I'm like practicing songs so much that the lyrics just get stuck in loop in my head, and any lyrics I hear are going to do that. So I just like need some sort of like classical piano or sound bowls to get it out.
Makes sense. On the topic of country music, there's up-and-comer Ella Langley. How do you feel about her music and stuff like that?
I like her music. She seems like a great artist. I feel like there's like songs that I really love of hers and songs that I don't love so much. I'm not really like a whiskey truck kind of country girl. I'm more of like a process everything internally. Yeah. And so like her songs are really fun to sing too. They really help me work on my voice. That Choosing Texas is quite a hooky song too. Yeah.
I go to Melody every now and then, and they play that all the time. But it's a fun song to dance to. I like it.
Yeah.
Do you have another song ready for us?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I guess speaking of country, I'll play a little country tune that I wrote a few weeks ago, last month. It's called Bluebonnets, inspired by my home state. Western breezes vanish in the winter blues. When I need it, spring's coming right on cue. Count my blessings like a raindrop
Thank you. Got birthdays coming up. Is there a specific? Well, first off, when is your birthday?
July 30th.
Okay.
Coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon. Is there a specific birthday that you remember vividly?
Specific birthday that I remember. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, more recently, one, I was like super excited to find out. Jason Mraz is one of my favorite artists. And when I was living in Nashville a couple years ago, I just like found out on a morning that I was like having a tough day that he was playing on my birthday in Nashville. And that was just like really exciting. And I went, and it was like one of my favorite shows. He's always so much fun and so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, going into birthdays now.
Yeah.
1939, Harvey Keitel? Keitel. He's an actor, Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, he's in some kind of what you would consider classic gangster movies, kind of like a la Godfather. He's not in that one, but something like that. He was also the FBI agent in National Treasure. That you might remember.
I understand that.
Okay.
I get that reference.
There you
Next up, 1943, Mary Wells, singer and most known for My Guy.
Yes, classic Motown stuff.
Yeah. Next up, singer legend, 1950, Stevie Wonder.
Speaking of Motown.
Yes.
Yes. We have a guy on regularly who plays piano, and I've been bugging him. I said, you gotta play Superstition.
Yes.
So he eventually he's gonna get to it.
Did he say he would?
He said he would. Yes.
Okay.
But he's been on 3 times and never done it.
It's like saying you play the saxophone, but not knowing how to play Careless Whisper. Like you just have to know how to play that.
Yeah. Right.
1961. I know this one.
Yep.
Dennis Rodman, NBA Hall of Famer, played with Michael Jordan, won 6 rings with him. Did he win?
No. He won.
Scotty won 6 with them.
Yeah.
Dennis won 3.
Yes.
Very, very crazy. He also stopped Michael Jordan from winning some championships.
Yep.
He got 2 himself in Detroit. I think, did he have 5 or 4? Because I think he got 1.
It was only
Detroit.
1 in Detroit.
Yeah. 1966, Darius Rucker, country singer, probably most known for Wagon Wheel, but very, very talented.
Also very much known to me as Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
And so, but before he crossed over into country, but made one of maybe the cleanest crossovers from that. It was very believable because he kind of comes from the South anyway, and so
yeah, definitely has that voice as well to it. 1986, I talked about him earlier, just kind of quick because I didn't want any backlash for it. Robert Pattinson, actor, he plays the newest Batman, which in my opinion is the second best Batman. If we want to talk about after that, Will Arnett, Lego Batman.
Oh
after that. And then he also is known for his Twilight. He's Edward in Twilight.
Yeah.
You could skip over that if you really want to. Vampire stuff is very few and far between, but
right.
You know, in my opinion.
How does Amber feel about the Twilight series?
I actually, back in the day, read all of the books before I saw the movies.
Okay.
And I saw the movies, and I enjoyed them. I mean, it's a fun story to get lost in, but I don't really care for it these days.
Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I was never a team. I was just like, oh, this is a cool story.
I'm Team Jacob.
I'm Team Jacob, too.
Although it is a little weird with the whole situation with him and the daughter of them. And it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Don't have to touch on that, though.
Yeah. I'm a dog person. What can I say?
I don't know how I feel about that after the comments that we... Anyways, speaking of vampires, 1987, Candace King is not a vampire, but she is an actress that played in the Vampire Diaries. She was Caroline. Vampire Diaries is one of my favorite series.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite series.
Surprisingly, it's one of Zach. Like, I didn't know.
Really? Zach likes it?
Yeah, we included this in he was like, oh, yeah, I love Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, it's great.
Interesting.
I love it.
Okay. So.
But it's fun. And then 1993 also talked about him a little bit. Morgan Wallen, big for country music nowadays. He is the country music guy, I would say, nowadays.
And there's a bit of controversy right now in the Indiana sports community because Caitlin Clark lost. They lost their first game, the Indy Fever did, and then she proceeded to be the walkout guest that night in Indianapolis with Morgan Wallen.
Oh.
So she lost the game, but then, came out like nothing happened. So
yes. We have another live read here. Alan Samuels. Declaration of Deals is at Alan Samuels in Waco.
Declaration of Deals.
There you go. Get $13,000 off a Ram 1500 Lone Star. That is a lot of money off. 2.9% for 72 months.
Woo!
America's best full-size truck powertrain, 10-year, 100,000 limited warranty. Big savings at Alan Samuels. Come by. Let's be friends.
Yes.
So, Amber, do you have another song prepared for us?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's hear it.
All right. This song I'm actually releasing on Friday.
Ooh.
So is this like the sneak peek first edition here?
Actually, it's funny. I normally play most of my songs live a while before I end up releasing them, but I had a lot of vocal challenges with this one, and so this is actually my first time performing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
First time on
I'm
the Zack Owen
excited.
show.
Y'all get the debut.
Wonderful.
This is called Feel It All. Sometimes I find the weight of the world laying heavy on me all night. My mind has a battle raging on inside. Can't run, can't hide. Try and hold it back, but it's gonna break free. That fear, that shame, those tears like rain. Let them all be a guide. I feel it all, feel everything. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it brings light into the darkness. Healing when it's hardest. Wildflowers grow on broken streets, between the cracks in the concrete. Magic in the leaning. It's okay to feel it. Oh, I feel it all. It's guaranteed. Everything changes eventually. Winter or spring, it's all so brief. I know it's gonna be alright. I feel it all, feel everything. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it brings light into the darkness. Healing when it's hardest. Wildflowers grow on broken streets, between the cracks in the concrete. Magic in the leaning. It's okay to feel it. Oh, I feel it all. Can I touch the fall? I'm so tired of holding on. I know it's gonna be alright. I feel it all. I feel everything. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it brings light into the darkness. Healing when it's hardest. Wildflowers grow on broken streets, between the cracks in the concrete. Magic in the leaning. It's okay to feel it. Oh, I feel it all. I feel it all.
Nice.
Well done.
Debut.
Yeah, really, really good song.
Thank you.
Are there any gigs that you have coming up? Not just in Waco, but anywhere.
I'm actually kind of in like a break of a month for gigs right now, but I do co-host an original music only listening room style open mic in Marble Falls every third Sunday. So this weekend that's coming up. And I'll be playing a little bit there, and then, any songwriters out here in Central Texas want to come and join us, we'd love to hear you.
Yeah, that's fun. Do you have normal spots that you would play at if you're not on this break?
Well, I've just moved back to Texas about a year and a half ago, and so I'm kind of just getting into the scene because it was the first time I've been here professionally. So I kind of just like play what comes to me. I'm not like a crazy pusher of I'm gonna be gigging all the time.
Right.
I focus so much more on songwriting and singing and collaborating and whatnot, but I did just have a busy month this past month. I can't even remember where I played, actually.
Fair.
Yeah.
Hey, that happens sometimes. Musicians have a very, very busy life.
Yeah.
Social media, how would people keep up with you?
Yeah, you can find me as Amber Westerman or Amber Westerman Music on pretty much any of the social platforms.
Okay. Are you on Spotify, Apple Music?
I am all of the above, yeah.
Okay. Any place you find music?
Yeah.
And Amber Westerman on there?
Amber Westerman.
Perfect. Well, we have sports coming up with Cam here soon, but before that, we do have a commercial break.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org. Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com. It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to wacohomeparade.com.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we.
Zack Owen Show with no Zack. Zack is official update. He is off the plane. He is having fun.
Yeah, I got a video from him from the cabana. Yeah, we'll show that to you tomorrow.
Yes, I am Liam. Kevin is over in his normal spot today, but we do have Cam with sports here from Boston.
What's up, man?
Hey, how are you doing, Cam?
I'm not as good as Zach probably, but I am doing well, getting by here.
Yeah. What are some updates you have from the sports world?
Well, we've been talking a lot of Spurs the last couple of weeks. That's been a low-key kind of a great series, back and forth. Wemby does not get the suspension like we were kind of talking about earlier in the week. He ends up having a big night last night. They take the 3-2 series lead. And if you guys are into watching the hockey, we're having a terrific series between Buffalo and Montreal as well. That is also added 2-2 series like San Antonio and Minnesota was before yesterday. So fun times, man. I mean, we got the PGA this weekend, which we'll talk about on Pete's show, but still a lot of good playoff sports going on.
A lot of NFL schedules being dribbled in, coming out on Thursday.
Yes. Patriots going to Germany. I've already circled it.
Yeah.
Are you going to Germany?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. That would be cashing in a lot of credit in a lot of different ways, Kevin. But I got to get Zach's travel guy.
Yeah. You talked about the Spurs being up 3-2. Do you think, because OKC's moved on already. Do you think that if the Spurs win, that the Spurs can beat OKC, or do you think the T-Wolves maybe have a better chance at that?
Oh, I do think the Spurs still have a better chance, but I gotta say, I mean, all of our opinions on Minnesota has to have changed. I mean, they had an okay year, you know, based on what they've been the last couple of seasons. You know, obviously making the conference finals 2 years ago. They weren't bad by any means. They go into the playoffs facing Denver, who became kind of a hot, sexy finals pick because of how hot they were going into the playoffs, and they took them out. They have a chance of taking San Antonio out, which I thought Spurs would be the only team that could beat the Thunder. And I still think they have a better chance, but if it becomes Minnesota OKC, like that, I think becomes a better matchup than a lot of us thought it would be a couple weeks ago. I just think Wemby being the mutant one of one that he is, I think gives him a better chance against Oklahoma City. But I mean, you gotta battle the Thunder and the Stripes when it comes to that series.
100%. I mean, the Spurs do have a 4-1 record against the Thunder in this regular season. So theoretically, you'd think that would be the team to get it done. And it's not only Wemby. You got other people like Stephon Castle. You got the other guys. It's a very young but talented team there. So, what you talked about the PGA going to be on the Pete Souza show. What else are you guys talking about today?
Yeah, so that's going to be the big focus. We're going to have Pete's friend Murph Barton, who's our resident golf expert, come on to preview that. But we also going to talk about Pete's Sixers. Their season is done, but the action is not. Daryl Morey, longtime executive there, is out. They're going for some change in Philly, kind of building around Tyrese Maxey, BJ Edgecombe. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Lane Kiffin's comments about Ole Miss and how genuine those are. And that'll take up a big chunk of our show today.
Yeah, that's fun. Well, thank you for coming on, Cam. Always a pleasure to have you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys then.
All right, that was Cam with the Pete Souza show and also Locked in Brewing.
He has his own Wicked Boston show on the Rogue Media Sports. So Pete Souza comes on right after us, and then Wicked Boston's just right after that, if you care about Boston sports. If you like Central Texas sports, I'm hosting the Matt Mosley show at 1 today. So
yes, yep. Amber.
Yeah.
Do you have another song?
Absolutely.
All right.
I got plenty.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. This is called Butterfly Baby. Butterfly baby, hard to catch, hard to hold. Everyone's waiting for you to land on their shoulder. Makes me wonder what it's like to know you have to live your life so temporarily. Where does a wind make you wanna go? Does it even matter if you know exactly what it is you're chasing? Heaven or a field of daisies? Hello, just to say
say goodbye. So flutter by butterfly, baby. What if we only had a week, maybe two? If you could just show me how to live just like you. 'Cause these days are flying fast, and this time's not coming back. So where does the wind make you wanna go? Does it even matter if you know exactly what it is you're chasing? Heaven or a field of daisies? Hello just to say goodbye. So flutter by butterfly, baby. Flutter by butterfly, baby. Where does the wind make you wanna go? Does it even matter if you know? Where does the wind make you wanna go? Does it even matter if you know exactly what it is you're chasing? Heaven or a field of daisies? Hello just to say goodbye. So flutter by butterfly, baby. Flutter by butterfly, baby. Flutter by butterfly, baby.
Well done, well done. Thank you to Elizabeth Meigs for joining us in the first hour and telling us about life coaching and what she does through faith and with faith. It's great. Tomorrow we have on Zachary Sproul, who is with W. Butler Holmes, possibly, unless I'm being fed wrong information, possibly talking about the home parade that's going on that we've talked about, that you're not allowed to walk into anybody's home.
Right.
We will continue to say this. You're not allowed to walk into anybody's home.
Right.
But it's their specific homes, talking about how you can better your home and maybe get some inspiration from that type of stuff. Our musical guest tomorrow is Becky Rudine, I believe is what it is. So excited to hear some songs from her and stuff like that. Thank you, Amber, for being on today. Remind us again where we can find you on whether it be your music or maybe some information about gigs that may be coming up.
Yeah, I play all around the Hill Country, mostly around Austin area, and you can find me. My website's amberwestermanmusic.com, and any social platform, Amber Westerman.
Yeah, fun. And you're on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
All right, perfect. Thank you for being on today. It's been a joy to hear your music.
Thank you.
And do you have one final song for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool.
Thanks for having me. It's been great to be here today.
Of course.
This is a song that I just went to Nashville last month to record in the studio, and we'll hopefully be releasing it later this year. It's called Rose Colored Mess. What if what you see isn't what you get? Have I painted it perfect? Would it still be worth it if that curtain comes down? My true colors come out, laced with shades of gray. Tell me, would you stay if the green of grass I showed you doesn't stay green? If I wake up a deeper shade of blue, Behind closed doors, would you want more when you realize that I fall short of picturesque? I'm doing my best, but I'm a rose-colored mess. I'm a rose-colored mess. If I build up walls, would you find your way over? If this gets mundane, would you love me the same? Would it bring us closer? Would it push you away? If the green of grass I showed you doesn't stay green, if I wake up a deeper shade of blue, behind closed doors, would you want more when you realize that I fall short of picturesque? I'm doing my best, but I'm a rose-colored mess. I'm a rose-colored mess. If the greener grass I showed you doesn't stay green, could you see my silver lining like it's gold? Behind closed doors, would you want more when you realize that I fall short of picturesque? I'm doing my best, but I'm a rose-colored mess. I'm a rose-colored mess. I'm a rose-colored mess. I'm a rose-colored